Yesterday, ODM and UDA held a joint parliamentary group meeting at KICC, as you can see in these images. Now in this video, I want to walk you through some of the events that took place at the PG meeting, and so with no further ado, let's get after it. Number one, we've always known that Junet Muhammad is a Tumbocratic leader, but yesterday his Tumbocracy was at an all-time high. I think there is some new minyo which he's battling, because you can imagine going on such a platform to beg publicly. Just listen into this.
In conclusion also, in the spirit of strengthening political parties, I want to bring to the attention of the PG that ODM is owed 12 billion shillings. As their money, 12 billion. If we get that one, then we shall be...
12 billion for what? Is there any development that ODM does in this country? Be it roads, food bridges, and so on. This just goes a long way to show that this bread-based group is just looking to get rich quick. And it comes as no surprise to me because Winnie Odinga had already warned us about such characters. In fact, here's a tip.
ODM si chama kilichojazaliwa kama siri. Nasikia kuna wengine ambao wanatembea nasi mchana lakini usiku wanajaribu kuuza hii chama. Haiwezekani.
The main recap from Winnie's speech is that mchana wanatembea na sisi, lakini usiku wanajaribu kuuza hii chama. She saw it coming from a mile away. And now we are having people like Junet trying to sell ODM for 12 billion Kenya shillings. I guess everybody has a price. Even Judas betrayed Jesus for just 30 pieces of silver. Number two, once upon a time, Johnson Sakaja used to be Raila's favorite son. And after Raila left, Sakaja decided that his new tactic to survive is to hide under Oburu Odinga's wings. So what did he do? He made sure to get very close to Oburu ahead of that PG meeting. In fact, here they are seated on the same couch. Sakaja thought that trick would work, but he's forgetting that Oburu also owns properties in Nairobi and some of them were submerged in water. So when Oburu's time came to speak, he made sure to blast Sakaja in front of everyone. Just listen into this.
Floods which occur every year and we regard it as emergency. It is emergency. How can something which occurs every year be regarded as an emergency? How is it an emergency? And you know it will come. So you have... Thank you.
It's true. Sakaja knows that Nairobi floods every year and he keeps calling it an emergency. I for one don't think we urgently need more funds to do sewer lines. We urgently need a new governor who from the first year of taking office understands that this is a problem that has been facing all my predecessors, even me myself, because I've been a senator of Nairobi as Sakaja was. I've been seeing my own properties submerged, my own home in Karen, people are complaining. So when you get in office year one, treat it as an emergency then. You start calling it an emergency on year 3, 4, ukitafuta second term, then you are a joker. Number 3, as usual, Ruto was very proud during the entire event and he did not fail to show it. In fact, he was busy telling those who are of the contrary opinion, yani wanapinga broad-based, they should shut up. Just listening to this.
Yes, to me akili bana. Can you show me one project? At least I can show you what it's going to do for 15 years. Nothing. Kuna kitu. And somebody was saying, oh, you know, William Ruto has pledged for 15 years money from the sports fund. Yes, we have done it. But at least we have Talanda Stadium complete, standing here. I put the question. Will as many as of that opinion that we establish a broad-based mediation committee say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion shut up? Okay?
These guys went there because of the so-called 10-point agenda, and they only went there because Sifuna pressured them. He's one who exposed the deadline has already passed, and it did pass, and they had to do some form of ceremony to show that, hey, we are still on track. Part of the 10-point agenda was the compensation of all those who had lost lives. We are talking about their families because you can't really compensate the departed. But instead it turned into a circus of 2-term. It turned into a circus of kutafuta power. I kid you not, Kindiki and Oburu were busy making those jokes of power sharing. And Junet was there begging for money 12 billion for ODM. What happened to compensation? What happened to no more abductions and extrajudicial killings? Who is keeping those checks and balances? If the opposition and the government have come to form what we call a terror group or a terror gang, raining havoc on the citizens, there's no one to put checks and balances. Even the speaker is part of the cabal. What country are we having here? To be honest, if you never got a chance to watch the UDA/ODM joint parliamentary group meeting, you are lucky. In fact, you are better off sleeping or watching Cartoon Network, because there was nothing meaningful in that event other than watu kuitisha power, wengine kuitisha 12 billion na Ruto kujipiga kifua. That's it. But anywho, let's see how Kenyans next reacted to Ruto's post on the same platform about this said event. And I quote, Honorable Caesar Munene said 2 terms, 10 bila break za William Samoei Ruto, alafu 10 fresh za Kithure Kindiki in 2032. Fair enough, freedom of opinion. Geoffrey Odhiambo said, never again shall we allow inferior and foolish people to gain power. Alright, Geoffrey. Crazy Goat said, the losing team, #1 term. Then he added this AI generated image which reads, blood-based government. And then there's a road sign there which reads, road to nowhere. And then we have a wheelbarrow there, of which it's rusting. It's a rusted wheelbarrow with so many cracks within it. And there's an orange that's rotting. In fact, if you look even at the handles of this wheelbarrow, it is a piece of wood. Ile chuma ya kushikilia iling'oka zamani. Then Edwin said, stick na hii ya NTSA fines paka 2027. Don't make any other promises, please. I think Edwin is a fan of the president. Na anajua jamaa hakuna promise huwa anaweka. Na kama anaweka ni chache. So he's just telling him, please rais, hii mambo ya NTSA ni mzuri, fuatilia tu hiyo, usilete kitu ingine, utaharibu. Usiharibu, just keep quiet, continue with the fines. Mimi hiyo fines nitaunga mkono when I see them targeting matatus which are driving on the wrong side, government vehicles which are driving on the wrong side, boda who are misbehaving. For now it's just personal vehicles, so I know it's a milking scheme. It's an infinite money glitch, as we'll discuss in the What in the World segment later. And finally, Engineer Raphael Kibet Korir said, you keep talking about the 10-point agenda, but Kenyans are still waiting to see real results. Cost of living is still high, jobs are scarce, abductions and the same promises keep being recycled in speeches. Forming more committees and mediation teams is not progress, it's delay. What tangible outcomes can Kenyans point to today from this so-called broad-based arrangement? Well, what say you guys? Do drop me your comments in the comment section below and I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. So with that, here today's ads of the day. If you're in need of electrical wiring, solar installation or electrical fittings such as strip lights, snake lights, downlighters or chandeliers, contact Engineer Wycliffe at 0707 476602 and he'll get your house dapped up.
Right now, I'm with my team headed to a client's house in Ruto for consultation. That is to take measurements of the windows, go through our catalog with the client, and then once they decide on the color and the fabric they want, we'll get busy sewing, and at long last, the curtains installation will be on us. So if you're looking for curtains, shears, curtain rods, curtain accessories, reach out to Phoenix Curtains and Interior Decor and we will sort you out. Call us on 0724 414153.
If you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula. Hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.